Hi guys, welcome to this week's episode. I'm having like a bit of a relaxed day, hence the hair up and sitting in my little woolly cardigan. So I have now completed festival season. I did my final festival in Paris at Lollapalooza. It was fantastic. Had a really great time, and it was actually my final gig with Max for a while. So it was really sad because they really do make me laugh. I really enjoy being with them. So he's gone back to LA. But it really highlighted something that was quite significant for me. I've never done a gig with any artist as a solo BV. So it was a very interesting headspace to be in, particularly working with Max, because his music is very emotive, very heartfelt. So it was quite an interesting dynamic, and I'll explain. Normally when you work as a team of BVs, you're trying to create a collective sound which complements the artist and their music. When you're a solo BV, it doesn't work in the same way, so you have to kind of embellish it in ways that you wouldn't normally, because if you're in a section, it would normally be the harmonies and the synergy between however many there are of you. So in being with Max, it highlighted a question that I get asked a lot as well, in that when I go to do BV gigs, so singing for pop artists and singing for other people and their music, I get asked, are you an artist yourself, and do you do your own music? Initially, I used to think, well, I'm not a lead singer in the sense that I'm not singing any original material. I'm not doing anything that would make me appear to be in the front. So as far as I was concerned, that definition meant I was not an artist, not doing my original material. So I don't necessarily consider myself to be somebody in the front. But actually, upon reflection and upon working with lots of different people and hearing other people's perspectives on the whole thing, I was told that if you are creative in nature, then you are by default an artist. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be in the front. It just means that you have to be able to think of things and have an arsenal of different tools that you can use to create a vibe, to create an emotion. And obviously singing is art, music is art, and there are a variety of different kinds of things that you can do within music. But now I do consider myself an artist in that I've done so many different things, creative projects where I have put in input ideas, or I have used my creative skills to paint a picture that somebody has an artist has said to me, I want this track to feel X, Y, and Z. Can you deliver a performance that brings off that emotion or communicates that to an audience? And I've been able to do that. I've also written songs with other people, for other people. I've done vocal arrangements for recordings, for choirs. And that's all creative, which then in turn makes me an artist. So I guess I'm starting to redefine what I see as artist. Of course, there is the traditional way where you are in the front, and this is all about music, because obviously you can be a visual artist and do like painting and stuff, and you can also be a digital artist where you do like lots of creative things with media. But in terms of music, you can also be an artist even if you're not doing original material of your own, or you're not singing for yourself, or you're not on stage saying, hi, my name's Emily and I'm your entertainer, the main entertainer for today. If you create anything that you can communicate to the general public, that makes you an artist. And also, I've found that people who do supporting roles like session musicians do add ideas for other people's projects. So say, for example, an artist is looking for somebody to make a suggestion about how they should do a song of theirs. The fact that you are contributing means that you have something to give, which makes you an artist. And I know this probably seems a bit silly in terms of like, well, yeah, of course you're a musician, so why would you not consider yourself an artist? But it's definitely a mental space that you have to see yourself as a creative. And once you see yourself as a creative, you can then call yourself an artist. So yeah, guys, please do find creative ways to express yourself, and don't be put off by followers on Instagram or by likes. Don't be put off by people who operate at a certain standard doing big things, or because you're doing something small that it's not significant, because it really is, and that's how it starts. People will be very quick to pigeonhole you or to make you into something that they feel is appropriate for you, but it's all about you defining what you think is right for yourself and just flourishing in that. Now that I see myself differently, I feel more creative freedom to be able to do stuff just because I want to, not because I'm told to or because I have to, but just because I feel like that's how I can express myself at any given moment. So I'm going to just do that. The world is a big place. Everybody expresses themselves really differently, and that's okay. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I hope you were encouraged. It's more an encouragement and more of a way of kind of reframing what we consider to be art, particularly in the music world, and particularly as a singer or a singer in a supporting role. So hit the subscribe button below. Make sure you stay up to date with all our videos. There's lots of different things coming up in the coming weeks. I'm really excited to start sharing what's going to be going on. Also connect with us on social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Google+, the works, and we always post different things up there, even things that we don't include in the vlog. So make sure you hit the subscribe button or follow button on those platforms. And until next week, guys, see you.